Hello and welcome back. So today's video is going to discuss some more accommodations and review some that I have brought up before. But it will have a lot more on classroom setup, things like that. So, some of the suggestions are that children have a set of books in the classroom and a different set at home so they don't have to carry them back and forth. Or having everything be just on a computer. There are some schools that are going to where all the textbooks are available on a computer, and that would be helpful. Having book bags, there may be adaptations needed there. They may need a wheeled bag rather than or padded shoulders rather than a string bag or things like that. Going back to the computer, maybe having a computer in each classroom even rather than having to carry that around with them, depending on the size of the computer. Some computers I've seen for classroom use are pretty big, others are decently small, so that work with the child to find out if they need one at home, one at school, one in each class, what's needed there. Pencil grips can be helpful for students who are able to use the pencils, but they're just a little bit small. Having food, especially salty food, can be helpful at the same time, for two reasons. One, they may have hypoglycemia issues, and they may not be able to eat as early in the morning, so having the availability of food in classrooms can be helpful, or the availability to step out and eat. The salt can be made up by the electrolytes we talked about earlier, but there's that. Ergonomically adjustable seating and desks, meaning a standing sitting desk, exercise balls, chair cushions, chairs with arms for support, different things like that can be very beneficial. Include priority seating. Generally that means the front row, but maybe you've got a teacher that teaches off to the side most of the time. You're a teacher who teaches off to the side most of the time, or in the middle of the class, whatever. Having them be able to sit where they can see everything they need to see without having to turn and twist and different things like that can be beneficial. A slant board available for the desks can help some students so they aren't constantly down. They can actually write like this. That's also sometimes nice for computers. A chair or pad for circle time or time on the floor. Especially chairs, kind of more, maybe easier to get into and out of, but at the same time may make a student feel separate or not equal. So be aware of that. But a pad can everyone can have a pad and they can feel the same. The ability to get up and move around helps a lot with the pain. If you sit in one place too long, it hurts for most people. Just imagine if you sit there for 10 hours, that might be a half an hour to an hour for someone with EDS, or even less. Frequent bathroom breaks can help with that. And also because they're drinking and maybe even eating, obviously. The ability to let you know that they need to go to a place they can rest or go see the nurse if they dislocated something, things like that. Having an elevator and having access to that elevator and a key and not teachers who complain can be very beneficial. If you have an elevator that's restricted in who can use it, make sure the teachers know, even the student, though the student looks okay, they are allowed to use the elevator, and so that the student isn't called out and made feel bad about it. Lockers at eye level with digital locks, the spin locks, can sometimes be hard. They may miss school a lot, so excuse that, give them extra time to complete their homework, especially if days are missed. And giving them a chance to make up missed tests. Basically, don't punish them for days they've missed by reducing their grade, either by you didn't get your homework in on time, you weren't here for the test, things like that. On top of that, having a designated makeup work drop zone can be beneficial that a teacher brings class to on a regular, or homework to on a regular basis, maybe every day, maybe every other day that a student misses. The parent or someone can pick up the homework for the child and drop off finished homework, and the teachers can get access to that, can get that, rather than have it all thrown on the student. As soon as they get back, it can be very overwhelming, especially when they miss a lot of days. The ability to record classes can help with that, but also can help if they're having a bad pain day, but are in class. Homework that's fill-in-the-blank, multiple choice, things like that, reduces writing and can be easier. Also, don't grade on handwriting, because their handwriting may not be as good because of fine motor skills, because of the muscles and the tendons. And reducing the number of problems they do can also help. Extra time for testing can also help with testing, because they can get overwhelmed and they're trying as fast as they can, but it's harder on them. Tutors can be helpful. Ice packs and KT tape and help to utilize if it's needed. You can have a parent drop it off and just have a place for that, or provide that. Asthma inhaler on a person that they can keep on themselves. If possible, painkillers too. And with the ice packs and the KT tape, also having painkillers available, whether the parent drops it off or whatever, can be very beneficial in a student being able to last through class. Teachers checking with the students regularly to see how they're doing. A lot of the kids don't know how to self-advocate and pace themselves, and pain is their normal state, so they don't realize that they're pushing too hard or things like that. And so checking in, how are you doing, reminding them, things like that. And above all, believe us, EDS affects everything from the head to the toe. And many times teachers are like, it can't be that bad, or things like that, and it can really make a student feel bullied, feel worthless, things like that, and you don't want that for your students. So I hope that helps, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.